All right, we're live. What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Thank you so much for taking the time to hang out. I am streaming live from my computer. So this is the first time I do this since YouTube added the browser streamer thing. So we're just trying to position myself in a way that it doesn't mess it up. What's going on, Greg? What's going on? Welcome. Yeah, so apparently now we have a stream thing opportunity straight from YouTube on the browser, which is really cool. And I just wanted to take some time, my day off, went to the gym, took a shower, cut my hair. Can you believe I did that to myself? I'm getting pretty good. And then I have all my gimbals here. I have the Smooth Q, the DJI Osmo Mobile. I have the Smove Mobile. Did I say Smove Mobile again twice? I have my tripod. I have battery backups. I got my cables, all sorts of things. What's going on? Tomas, what's up? So yeah, I've been getting a couple questions in the past couple of days about the stabilizers, about the tripods that I use and things like that. What's going on? Welcome, JB. Thank you for taking the time to hang out with me for a little while. It's my day off, so I felt like squeezing a little bit of a live stream here and there. What's going on, Chuck? Have you heard about Moza Mini? No, I have not. But if you link it or if you send me a DM on Instagram, I'll definitely check it out. If you have the opportunity to swing by my Instagram, check it out. That's typically where I spend the most time outside of YouTube. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. I'll do my best to keep up with it. When will the Osmo 2 jitter problem be fixed? All right, let's start answering some questions. All right, so for the past couple of weeks, a lot of you have been asking about the jitter issue with the DJI Osmo, and I actually have it right here with me. And one of the reasons why I'm streaming on the computer, it's so I can use my phone and not, of course, occupy that. So very important, use your Osmo without a case. Some cases might work. Give it a shot. Make sure everything's balanced, everything's nice and dandy. But here's what happens, right? And I kind of wanted to make a video about this because it's been an issue since the very first DJI Osmo, since the SPG when they first came out. I'm talking like one of the very first gimbals. Right, we want to make sure we stabilize this a little bit. Let me turn off that Instagram. All right, so stabilize it. Pretty close. All right, so kind of all right. Very important, make sure we stabilize also the lens piece. So the jitter situation that happens with the DJI Osmo Mobile, and pretty much any stabilizer, it's not a stabilizer thing, it's a cell phone thing. Most phones will have that. Oh, look at that, pretty stable. This is what you want to do with your stabilizer. You want to make sure that even if you put it this way or that way, it's always retaining that position. Sometimes when you have a case, it throws it up. But anyhow, inside the camera module, think of the lens as being suspended by threads, kind of like when you hang your keys in a keychain, right? And you're walking around. When you use the DJI Osmo Mobile app or Filmic Pro or some of these other apps, it might actually turn off the digital image stabilization, but the camera is still kind of like hanging out. And every type of little motion that you do, the phone will technically try to stabilize it. That's why sometimes I shoot, sometimes most of the times I shoot with the camera app, because the camera app on top of that adds digital image stabilization, which means that those little micro jitters that you're going to get, the camera will try to stabilize digitally. So it crops the image a little bit and tries to compensate and keep it in frame. So that's kind of like a little way around the jitters, but it's going to happen no matter what. Some of you have said, oh, try a different phone. I'm currently looking at some of those options. But if you know of a phone that actually locks the camera in place, that could potentially fix it. That is actually the reason why the front-facing camera doesn't have the jitters. If you ever try it and you walk around with the selfie camera, you really don't see that shakiness and that vibration. So I know it's painful. I know it's bothering a lot of you. It does bother me. But a couple things that you can do to avoid the jitters. Number one, work on your footing, taking easy steps, one foot in front of the other, right? Try to lock your elbow and shoulders. I usually lock them in and not do this, right? I typically lock it in and I let my wrist and the Osmo do its thing. That definitely will impact the way that your footage is going to look. I'm just trying to find a way to get rid of this glare. That way I'm a little bit brighter. I actually move to the side here. Use the wall. There we go. That seems like a little bit better, don't you think? Maybe? I don't know. Let me know if you like that better than the other one. But yeah, I feel that that's something you can implement right away and start getting a little bit better results in your videos just by taking care of your footage, your footing, making sure that you're taking your time. Breathe in, breathe out. Don't try to do it quick to get it out of the way. Just be patient. But then leveraging the digital image stabilization that the camera app does or the Filmic Pro app does, it's very powerful as well. So let's see what's up. Where would you place the Osmo 2 in rankings? Ooh, it's very high up there. And I keep defaulting to the Osmo for most of my things because of the software. I've been exploring a lot more the Smooth Q software, and it's super, super capable, but it's crashed on me a couple times. So the experience has been kind of like middle of the road. It definitely has worked more than it has crashed for me, but I just feel that DJI has the software piece on point, and I've had better success with that app. But both of them are fantastic. If I was going to rank all three of mine, it's so difficult because the Smove Mobile extends, and I like that for jib shots. I'm actually editing a video a little bit later today about jib shots and crane angles. Very short, very sweet, just like the last one I uploaded. But then the Smooth Q does the unlimited 360 and the panning by triple clicking, the 180 spin. DJI Osmo Mobile is fantastic. 15 hours of battery life, and the software is really good. So it's super hard. If I was going to choose, I would choose, based on my current needs, I would choose the Osmo as number one. And then it's a tie for the Smooth Q and the Smove Mobile. But in any given situation, let's say that I'm stranded on an island and I need to film something for whatever reason, if I have either, I'll have great footage. I know that for a fact. All right, let's see what else. DJI Osmo Mobile 2, just got mine and love it. Awesome, Ben. Congratulations, man. That's awesome. If you guys have any videos and if you upload any videos, drop them in the comments section over here. That way other people can see it. If not, paste it in the video after it's up or in any other video. That's what we definitely want to do. Congratulations on that. Hi from London. Hey, what's going on, Greg? Glenn McGregor. Subscribe, and I'm about to get the Osmo Mobile 2 after watching one of your videos. What's your top tip for using the Osmo Mobile? Definitely taking the time. My hair's all messed up. I just took a shower, so it's kind of wet. Definitely get to know the modes, get to understand what you have in your tools and your tool set, right? That's thing number one. I would definitely exercise patience more than anything. A lot of people that I've met are trying to go boom, boom, boom and try to shoot. And overnight, you're not going to have a lot of footage of this for a long time. I'm not the best by far, but definitely one thing looking back on the things that have helped me understand the whole concept and being able to create the things that I want to create is understanding my limitations and what I can and can't do with the devices that I have. So definitely find the modes, practice the modes, work on the footing and the steps, bending your knees, all that fun stuff definitely helps big time. And then that way your mind will start, oh, I can actually do this. I can actually do that. And you'll start coming up with ideas of places where to visit. For example, in order to, I need to take a time lapse. Why don't I go to this place or the other place, right? And that way you start putting yourself in situations that are going to help you grow and learn more. Hope that helps, Glenn. If you do come up with some videos once your Osmo arrives, please let me see. I have a cake every time I see all those videos. Super cool. Good job, good channel. Follow from friends. Thank you so much, William. I really appreciate it. Craig, hey, from Scotland. What's up, Craig? Thank you so much. That's awesome. What time is in Scotland and London and all that stuff? I'm so disconnected from that, and I put my phone away, so I can't really check it. Let's see. I've wrote you link DM on Instagram as you asked. Awesome, Thomas. I'll definitely check it out as soon as the stream ends. Johnny from Montreal. Thank you so much for taking the time. I really appreciate you guys. It's very humbling, very overwhelming that you guys are digging my work. I'm very, very fortunate to be able to share my work and that you guys like it. And if you have any suggestions, please don't hesitate. I've gotten a lot of really good feedback, whether it's negative or positive. I still take it. I still grow. I love that. A lot of people have been throwing elbows at me, and I really like that because that gives me the ability to correct and align with what I feel. It's something that could help me grow. So thank you so much. Does the lack of a mic plug on the Osmo 2 make a factor? Well, the thing is that none of the stabilizers that I've been using right now, the boat nut, have a microphone jack. However, I want to share with you for a moment that I found a solution that I'm working on in trying to add a stabilizer in a mic combo thing. So here's an example. I'm going to grab my Osmo. I'm going to turn it on real quick just so you can see, right? I have the Osmo turned on. Perfect, right? So we're stabilized here. So one of the things that I was thinking, Bodnug, is the fact that if you grab a microphone that has the ability to connect to a lightning cable, right? So if you get one of the adapters, I'm actually going to share a link soon on my bio in my next video. It's a shame. I wish I would have had it here, but I have to test it first. I want to be able to test it to see if it works. But it's kind of like a dual lightning connector, but it's an L shape, right? So you can connect from the top or at the bottom. So imagine if you were to leave a little bit of a gap and the lightning, it's L-shaped. It's kind of like a T, right? So it has a lightning connector going up and a lightning connector going down. So you can connect stuff from the top and from the bottom. That way you can fish your wire. And the way that I was thinking of adding a microphone to it was getting a dual 1/4 inch screw down here so I can put a microphone underneath, right? So technically I would have a microphone kind of like down here looking forward, recording anytime I move. Another way that I was thinking of doing this is by getting this. And I believe this is, let me turn this off actually, I'll leave it on. This is a piece that I got off of Amazon. I have the links on the description. By the way, anytime you guys pick up something from Amazon, I include all the links in the description for everything that I use. If I put it there, it's because I tested it and I have it and it works for me. Hopefully it works for you as well. But yeah, this little thing over here, let me put this down for a moment so you can see. Let me turn this off real quick. Perfect. What this does is that this has 2 adapters. So it's a dual camera mount, right? So the whole idea with this thing, and I'm going to use a smooth Q just to prove the point that it works with anybody and any mount. You can actually mount this little piece at the bottom here, right? And because it's flexible, you can kind of like move it around, right? And get to the point where you feel most comfortable. So that's all right. And then ideally, I want to mount the microphone right here. Right, and then I put the cable to the phone right at the top. So technically you'll have the microphone up here. This could actually work pretty well if you're trying to record footage and then let's say you want to include a GoPro in this situation. You can put it there to capture B-roll or of yourself, or you can put your phone and do a live stream while you're filming, you know what I mean? So you have multiple options of doing this. And this piece, which by the way, I have my Manfrotto Pixie. I love this tripod so much. I have a couple different mounts for the phones. I have one here. I have a Me Photo somewhere around here. And the cool thing about this is that this one has a 1/4 inch mount as well in the center, right over here. So ideally, I could have 2 gimbals follow me. If I had 2 phones, I could have a GoPro and a gimbal, or let me move this down here. I could have a GoPro here and another camera over here, right? A DSLR and a phone if I wanted to live stream what I was shooting. So you can get creative with that. So this piece is very inexpensive. I think it's less than $10. I have the links on my description. It's worked great for me so far, so I highly recommend it. If you do end up picking it up and you do come up with a solution first and you test it out, please let me know how it works. Between working full-time, being in a band, and doing videos, my time is literally like super limited. So hopefully that gives you Boatnut a little bit of an idea of how you could potentially put a microphone in your stabilizer, which is definitely something that I really want to do because the audio, especially when I go to the beach, Santa Monica, Venice, I get a lot of wind noise. So having a little windshield there might help. Let's see. In the meantime, I meant to mention thank you for your wife for sharing. Thank your wife for sharing you with your subscribers on your Easter trip. Yeah, no problem. She was. Thank you so much, Bob. That's very nice of you. I really appreciate it, Bob White. My wife is awesome. She supports me a lot. She left everything behind to come to me in California. I moved to California 3 years ago to pursue my passion for music, which is what I'm currently doing. Excuse me. And then on the side, I do photography, videography, all that fun stuff. And then suddenly the stabilizer stuff just hit the spot for me. So thank you so much, Bob. I'll definitely let her know. Get best shots to hold Osmo vertical. Simja1, get best shots to hold Osmo vertical or horizontal. I mean, it all comes down to what type of shot you're doing. If you're doing Instagram shots, social media shots, definitely holding it in portrait will give you that native look. If you're doing shots for YouTube and you want that landscape orientation, then absolutely we'll highly encourage you to do landscape. Cool thing about the Smooth Q is that you can actually, on the Smooth Q, adjust the roll. So you can actually create some really cool roll transitions. The Smove Mobile, on the other hand, on top of that, right, the Smove Mobile can actually adjust the roll while you're filming. But this guy extends, which is very clever, very clever, very useful when you're doing the crane shots. I did selfie shots as well, and at the beginning I had like a thing with selfie sticks. Like I don't really like them that much because sometimes when I see people using them, I don't know, they just feel kind of interesting, for lack of a better word. But the moment that I was bike riding in Santa Monica, I actually recorded the bike ride that I uploaded, but I grabbed some shots using the front-facing camera with the extension, and it actually looks pretty baller. So I'm going to upload some videos soon, and hopefully you like them. Let's see. What's up from Texas? Hey, what's going on? Cooley in the cut. Love your name. Texas. I love Texas. I need some tortillas tacos, man. Hopefully we visit Texas soon when we play. I'm new at this, and I got the new Osmo Mobile 2. Works great with my iPhone X, but iPhone 10. But what is your suggestion shooting with the GoPro Hero 4 black wide? So with the GoPro, what's happening, Johnny, is that because the GoPro is such a wide angle camera, when you turn it on, right, and you hold it like this, like I'm holding it right now, perfect. So it's stabilizing the phone right away. Damn, I love technology, man. The camera is so wide that it picks up the motor. So what I would do is, you see how right now it's in free mode? So if I look down, it looks down, and then it looks up, left and right. If you tap the mode button once, bam, it locks it in place. Doing this, the motor actually gets out of the way and you can shoot. Press it again to kind of like move it around if you need to adjust. Press it again to lock it, right? So you can do some really nice crane shots. But the whole idea with this is that if you remove the motor, it'll give you the ability to stabilize a little bit better, right? Sometimes it's kind of like a shock absorber. if you were to be walking around and you do this, you're going to get that vertical motion. You don't really want that in your shots. But while you're holding it this way, then of course going up and down, it's a little bit easier on the camera, especially the GoPro that has wide angle lens. It gives you the illusion that there's really not that much shakiness, which is really good. I would just focus a lot on moving this off to the side. And if you have the GoPro adapter, you're going to get a little bit more separation, which is great, but still that shows on the wide. So I would just focus on having it like that. Another cool thing that you can do is I did a video recently. You can actually put the GoPro facing the other way instead of having the GoPro looking at the motor. You can actually flip the GoPro like a selfie mode. And then right now I have it on free mode. If you were to lock it in place, you can literally use it in reverse. So the GoPro will be looking forward. You're going to be blind anyways. All you're doing is grabbing the GoPro, grabbing the stabilizer, kind of like in the opposite way, low blind. And that way the motor is not in the front. So it's never in your shot, because if you mount the GoPro looking that way, then you don't have a motor to be in front of, right? So that's definitely really cool. You can use your index finger as a way to kind of like switch modes, free mode and then lock mode. So it's like blind. It's not ideal, but it's definitely doable. I've been able to do this a couple times, especially when the rear camera is technically the higher capable camera. You could potentially film yourself with the stabilizer, right? Like I'm trying to do right now. You know, but hey, what's going on? And then you just simply flip the camera around and that's it. So that's a technique. Definitely not ideal. Keep an open mind with it. But for GoPros, since you're always going to be blind unless you have your smartphone connected to it, but it might help out. Hopefully that helps a lot, Johnny. Do the Filmic Pro video. I want to do the Filmic Pro video. I just have like 4 videos right now in the can. I'm working on releasing a new single from my band. So all my time has been just consumed by it, creating artwork, creating marketing materials. We're submitting for a couple magazines. So hopefully it does pretty well. I'll definitely share on my social media on Instagram whenever I release it. It's a metal band. So I don't know how many of you like metal, but that's most of the time that I have. It's being invested a lot into that. And of course, editing, replying to comments, making sure that I'm uploading at least once. That's my goal, at least once a week. Definitely have a couple of videos in the can. After this video, I'm going to be working on the editing workflow video. Finally, I have the B-roll. I have the footage from Santa Monica and Venice. And I'm just going to film myself after the fact right here on my desk and explaining a little bit about it. I'm going to be live editing, and I'm just going to cut it up for you, condense it, so you're not wasting a lot of your time, right? Then I'm also going to be doing a photography video. I'm going to be doing, I believe, 4 tips on how to take better photos with your phone. So 4 different things that you can do to just elevate the quality of your photos. So I'm excited about that. And then, of course, as soon as I'm out with those, I'll start filming again the Filmic. And yes, I pre-ordered the Smove 4. I'm so stoked on it. And I can't wait to put it in a battle with the DJI Osmo Mobile, the Smooth Q, and the Smove Mobile. That's going to be a long video. But I pre-order. They keep pushing my shipping date back, so I'm a little worried. But hopefully we get it at the end of April, at the very latest, at the beginning of May. They've been hyping it up, and the little wheel that it has, the follow focus wheel, it's something that if it works like it should, I'm going to love it. I know I'm going to love it. Let's see, Jab Adventures. I love my Osmo Mobile. Like you said, their software is on point. Yes, absolutely. JAB's Adventure, absolutely. Software's on point. Thank you for that. I will need to practice a lot, but we'll happily share. It's almost 11 here in London. Whoa, it's 11 p.m. in London. Wow. Thank you so much for taking the time to hang out. 11. Typically, I mean, I have a very meticulous and rigorous schedule. I try to push as hard as I can. Around 11, I'm starting to feel it. Typically, I go to bed around midnight, 1 a.m., wake up at 6. Ugh. So I definitely know how you must be feeling after a long day of work. Boatnut Dave, I hope that's your name. Boatnut Dave, awesome. If that is, nice to meet you. I'm Eddie. All right. Cool in your car. I want to vlog while driving in my car. How could I set it up so the Osmo could film me without me having to worry about it falling or tipping over? I'm going to be honest with you. I've tried this a couple times and I have failed miserably. But honestly, what I would attempt to do would be to actually try to figure out a way to put an actual tripod in like the passenger side or something like that. That way you can mount the Osmo either this way or kind of like tilt it a little bit. So if there's any movement, you get it a little bit better. But if you were to mount the stabilizer somehow with a mount on a tripod, you'll be able to get some really cool videos. Also, DJI sells the base for the Osmo Mobile 2. I believe it's for $10-20 on their website. I have a link on the description that takes you to the DJI Osmo website. So if you want it easy, try it on the description. On most of my videos, it says get the Osmo Mobile 2 from the DJI Store. And the base, what I've seen a lot of people is pull Velcro underneath. If you have enough room there, you can put some Velcro, boom, click it in place. And if it's not too wobbly, then hopefully that could work. Let's see what else we got over here. Do you bought the Smove 4? Send us. Yes, I did. I can't wait to get it. Hey, hello from Russia again. Good to see you. Hey, Marcos. Welcome back. Welcome back. Greetings. 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 I just got my Osmo 2 a few days ago and I'm loving it. The editing part of the app is good. Lots of potential. Yes, Julian. The app is actually pretty good once you transfer the videos over to the DJI Go app. It has some really cool sounds, really cool audio clips and transitions. Definitely something that if you're creating things on the spot, you can just put them together, shoot them out to social media. Definitely very powerful. So that's a great, great call out. Love your channel, man. Any idea when Filmic Pro will integrate with the Smove Q? You know what? I have no idea, but it was just updated for the DJI Osmo Mobile 2 this past week. So if you have a DJI Osmo and if you have the the Filmic Pro app, they updated that. Now, as far as the Smove Q, I don't know if, since they just updated, I don't know if that's something that, because it's Bluetooth connected, it will allow you to remotely control the shutter. What I would do, just to test it out, heck, you know what? Let's test it out right now. I have my iPhone. Let's switch over to the Smove Q. Why not? We're here. We're here already, right? It's what? It's only 27 minutes in. We got time. We got time. Well, I set this up. George asks, what tripod do I have? George, I have right now 2 tripods. I have a big Sunpack Best Buy cheap tripod that I got. It's like $60. And then I have my favorite little Manfrotto tripod. The link for this is in the bio. It's like $20, $25. It's a range. But this thing is sturdy. You can hold it as a monopod if you want to vlog. That's actually how I vlogged before I started doing a little bit more of a tip tutorial videos. So this is fantastic. And it adjusts. You can actually tilt the little head and give yourself some really cool angles if you're recording time lapses from the floor, from a different position. It's very nice. I like it. And if it breaks, when it breaks, I'm going to buy a new one of the same exact thing because I like it so much. Very, very good. But if you're interested in picking some of these guys up, then I have all the links in the bio. If you're an Amazon shopper, they're there. If not, you can just kind of like scope it out and get them at your favorite store because they are fantastic. All right, so right now I'm trying to balance the Smove Q. Same exact situation, right? We want to make sure that Smove Q is horizontally balanced as much as possible. That's actually pretty good. Let me lock it in place. And now I'm going to try to balance this out. You see how it's tilting a little bit from the front because the camera, of course. So we're just going to compensate right here. And we're just going to push it up a little bit. There we go. And okay. Look at that. A little too much. Let's try it again. Balance it out. All right. So we're getting pretty decent balance this way. Okay, balance that way, right? So we can put it this way, rotate or run. And look at that. Unlimited rotation. What I really like about the Smove Q is that you can do stuff like this. So if you wanted to film something, this could be a really good tool as well. Look at that, right? That's a shot going on. Looking down on a table, you can potentially just record. Even with the camera off, you can just have it recorded, have like a really nice rotating shot. I don't know. Let me know if you ever do that. But let's see. What I was going to say about your question, Real Pig Productions, is you can actually pair this up with the actual app first. Typically, I have more success doing that. All right, so it's on, stabilized, beautiful. Mode button locks it in place. Perfect. All right, so now I'm just going to go to the app. I typically like to use it this way, right? So it's something kind of nice. You don't necessarily have to rotate the top of the gimbal. You can use it like this if you're doing quick random shots. So I'm going to pair this up with the ZY Play app right now. I don't know if you can kind of see that. There we go. Connect your device, smooth Q. And thing is that once you pair with the ZY Play app or the DJI Osmo, DJI Go app, it's actually using the Bluetooth, right? Now that I'm using the Bluetooth, I'm going to switch over to Filmic Pro. I don't know why, but for some reason it can't really pair as efficiently as going to the ZY Play app first. I don't know why. But right now I'm in Filmic Pro, and Filmic Pro is fantastic because, oh, this actually looks even better than the computer's camera. Filmic Pro has a bunch of tools. Right over here, you got white balance and a bunch of different options, saturation, all that good stuff. You have zero peaking, and I believe the other one is laser focus, laser lining, audio levels on the side. But I'm going to try to see if I can just go ahead and start filming just by tapping on the button. And no, you can't. Sorry, I held it down and it turned off. So yeah. Sorry, not quite. But ultimately, just tapping on the button will give you the ability to just record, have it record a little bit, prep your shot, film it, and then stop it. I know it's annoying. I know it's a little bit unfair. But hey, since we're here, let's talk about Filmic Pro. There's a little bonus before I make that video. Right, Filmic Pro has a really cool menu over here, as you can see. It has presets, resolution. You can shoot up to 4K, change the frame rate, change the microphone. You can actually pick and choose the microphone if you want the bottom microphone, the back microphone, or the front microphone. And then it has a little button over here right where I have my finger. Let's see if you can. There we go. You see where it says stabilization? If I tap on that, it enables digital image stabilization. If you turn that off, bam, it turns it off. So this is when you might get some of those jitters, but when you turn on digital image stabilization, it might actually fix it a little bit. So yeah, that's Filmic Pro. Just an overview, you have two wheels. One is for the focus. This is the one that you're seeing on this side. And then on the opposite side, that's the one for exposure. You can lock them in place, and there's actually a wheel where you can modulate, right? So you can pull and push your focus. And when the smooth 4 comes out, you're going to be able to tweak that from that wheel, that crispy wheel that they're including on the side. So I can't wait for that. Now, here's the kicker. Since we have the Smooth Q paired here, I'm gonna address some of the things that I really wanted to do, but I haven't really gotten into it. Good one for you. When tilting the Osmo Mobile 2 forward, why does it automatically lock the direction? Let's see. Got one for you. There we go. iComplainer. Love your name. When tilting the Osmo Mobile 2 forward, why does it automatically lock the direction? When the handle is tilted forward, it cannot pan via rotate. Explain. So let me actually switch over now to the DJI Osmo Mobile to test that for you and give you some potential solutions, because I already think I know what might be happening to you. All right, so we pair this up. I think I need some coffee. I had a protein shake because I've been going to the gym. It's great, but it ain't no coffee. So I think I need some coffee afterwards. Oh, look at that. Not quite. Let's balance it out again. Perfect. Look at that. Good stuff. So let's turn it on. So sometimes, right, we get the phone. Let me actually flip it to the side so it knows my face. DJI Osmo got crazy for a moment. Unlock with my face. I'm going to the DJI Go app. Perfect. Now the DJI Go app, once you connect your device, you're probably familiar with this screen over here, right? It says connect your Osmo, very similar to the ZY Play app. Now here's what's happening, right? We got welcome, skip tutorial, fun stuff. Typically when you go straight to the Osmo for the first time, it might not do this free mode, right? The free follow mode. So it should follow you this way. If you press the mode button once, it should lock everything in place and it wouldn't pan or tilt up until its limit, right? It's got a limit. So if you keep going, you see how we're forcing that tilt. But if you're walking around, it kind of locks it in place, which is really cool. Having said that, right underneath the home button, right around here, there's a little camera button. And actually not that one. Forget that. The one below that. It's like a little gimbal. It's right there. You see the thing that says pitch lock? It's in reverse right now. But if you have pitch lock on, it will lock this in place. It will follow sideways in the free mode, but it will lock it on that vertical axis, right? It wouldn't look up or look down. It will move sideways, but it wouldn't go up or down. If you press the mode button, it locks everything. And if you press it again, of course, it will do the free mode, but it will not go up and down. So just make sure that you have that pitch lock off if your intention is to look up or down. It happens to me all the time. Whenever I get a new gimbal or something like that, they have the pitch mode locked and it will follow, but then it wouldn't look up. And I'm like, what's happening? And then suddenly when I turn that off, which I just did, suddenly it looks up. Hey! Look at that. Hopefully that helps. Are you doing, you're going to upload this to YouTube? I missed part of the video. Yes, absolutely. Coolly in the cut. Absolutely. I'm going to publish this for your enjoyment. If you need to go back to it, watch it, and just grab a couple frames and do whatever you need to do. Absolutely. Why not? Even if the quality is not the best, because I'm doing this on my computer. I just want to wash my hair, so it's like all weird. I'm still going to leave it up just so you can watch it and kind of like go over a couple things. Hopefully I say something that might help you. That's the whole idea. I thought pitch lock was just a software button version of the button of the gimbal. Thanks. I'll try that out. Awesome. Hopefully that helps. I know it did help me a lot. Recently, I was, feeling like, why is this not looking up? And then I had it on. So definitely. Now, another thing that I wanted to try out right now was using the Smove Mobile. I don't know if you guys have ever used this. This is by a company that used to make the Smove. The Smove, which is also another video that I'm going to make. I'll be right back. Let me grab it. It's this little thing, and it's a 2-axis stabilizer as well. And it's actually pretty nifty. It fits in a very small confined place. I recorded a video of it. Should be uploading it soon. Kind of like my impression and some of the things that I was able to make with it. But this is the same company, right? It's called Smove. And then they went ahead and made the Smove Mobile. Now, my quick off-the-hip comparison, verdict, this is it. This is where it's at. This is my favorite. Even if it's a little bit longer, you can kind of see the big difference in terms of size. The Smove Mobile definitely hits a spot for me, and it's because mostly of that extension capability. They just updated the app, so I'm definitely going to go ahead and test that out. But I thought I'd share with you that I have that little thing as well. You should be expecting a video of this. This was part of a Kickstarter that was done a couple of years ago, and they were kind enough to send it to me with the Smove Mobile to test it out. And I did, and I like it a lot. Definitely not for all the situations. One of those things that if you know what you need, you know what you need, and this could help you. And long story short, it just extends like such, and it gives you a 2-axis image stabilization. Now, with proper technique, you can definitely get, different stable shots, but you can extend this on a table without a tripod, and it does panos and follows you, and it's pretty cool. So I thought I'd share that with you since we're all here hanging out. A video coming up for the Smove Mobile. and the Smove. Let's see what else we got. Still waiting on the Osmo 2 here in Netherlands. Oh, man. You guys have been waiting for a long time. That's terrible. That sucks. Hopefully when you get it, it's sweet and it works out the way you want it and you love it. Any thoughts on the new anamorphic moment lens? Yes. 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 I pre-ordered the anamorphic lens. I was blown away. I downloaded all the apps, the D-Squeezer app. I bought the anamorphic lens. I bought the case. And then I also bought the gimbal counterweights, which is so good. Thank you so much for bringing it up, pulling the cut. Sometimes when you use a charger or when you use a case and when you use a lens, the gimbal might tilt to this side because it's heavier. So definitely when you're using cases or lenses like the moment lenses or the Olo clips, having that gimbal counterweight, which is going to strap around here, will give you that extra counterweight, which is super awesome. Nelson, hey, what's going on, Nelson? What's up? Welcome back. Welcome back. JPR photo and video. I bet it. I will. Awesome. Cool, cool, cool. So since we're here, right, we were talking about the anamorphic lens. I think it's just fantastic. If you guys haven't seen the moment lens, anamorphic lens, what it does is that it gives you native letterboxing in your videos. So I don't know if you've seen most of my videos. I put the black bars on top and bottom. That way it looks a little more cinematic, and that's just a superimposed image. The thing is, though, that I film it with that in mind. So instead of shooting, oh, it looks good, I kind of take a couple steps back to make up for that cropping that I'm doing. But that lens will do it natively. It'll literally block the footage, right, and will make it the way it needs to be. We'll scoop everything in, and digitally you stretch it out. But the lens flares that thing does is just incredible. I cannot wait to go to LA during the night when it's raining. Hopefully not. But you know what? What sucks is that I'm going to New York City on the last week of April. I'm going to New York City. I'm going to Philadelphia. I'm going to Delaware. And it would have been amazing to bring the anamorphic lens there. So I don't know. I may email Moment Lens and be like, hey guys, can you send me one? Or at least I can borrow it. I don't know. I don't think they'll do that. I'm not that big of a YouTube channel yet. So yes. And talking about the counterweight, the counterweight that I also bought, right? So on a Kickstarter, if you go to Moment's website, I think it's shopmoment.co or .com, or just Google it. You'll be able to find it. They have the anamorphic lens. They have a battery case for the phone. They have the gimbal counterweight. That way you can exercise that a little bit, which is very, very useful. And there's a segue. If you're trying to charge your smartphone while you're filming. So typically you would have to leave a little bit of a gap here on the side. And what I did is that I got myself a couple of L-shaped angled lightning cables. And they look like this, right? So this is the back side. And then this is the side that goes into the phone. That way I don't have that extra excess cable pushing out and twisting it and breaking it. These are pretty inexpensive. I think I got 3 for less than $10, which is very useful. I've been able to charge so far, no problem. And then that way they're a little bit shorter. That way I'm not getting tangled. So highly encourage you to pick one of those up if you're looking to charge while you're filming, or if you're using any moment lenses or things like that and you want to also charge. Very, very useful. The links to all the things that I use is on the description of this video and pretty much any other video. So check it out. But by stretching it out, I'm able to put in the cable. Let me actually make a little bit more room before I push it all in. And here we go, right? So I'm using the DJI Osmo Mobile, and you can do it upwards. A lot of people like to do that, but let's go ahead and do it vertically. So I'm going to put that guy in. There we go. And then you just simply push your smartphone in, and here we go. So now we're charging, technically. And on the DJI Osmo Mobile Smooth Q and the Smooth, they have USB chargers as well. So you can just simply plug it in down here. Right, and here we go. You'll be able to record that way. You can flip it the other way if you want, if you feel more comfortable. But I haven't had any issues. I was doing the live stream in Universal. I was able to charge, and it was still doing pretty well. So make sure that when you do this, you rebalance your stabilizer, because once you put the cable, that will be a little bit more weight on that side since you move the phone. And then here we go. Let's try to fire this big boy. And hey, there we go. So we're able to charge. Now, I'm charging, but you can unplug it at any time if you feel like it. You can range it, put it the best way possible for you, for your way of shooting. That way it's also a little bit more comfortable. That way you don't have anything going this way, and you'll be able to charge and film at the same time. Now with a case, battery case or something like that, you might benefit from that counterweight as well. So I actually have a link for Moment lenses on my bio as well. If you ever feel like picking anything up Moment, feel free to check it out. They have some fantastic products, and I cannot wait to get mine. That way I can do more videos and give you my final verdict. Let's see, what's she going to ask about the counterweights? Awesome. Is the Smove out, or do you have just the first version? No, the Smove Mobile has been out. For some reason, their website is kind of hidden. I do have a link once again on the bio, but if I'm not mistaken, it's SmoveMobile.com. SmoveMobile.com. You'll be able to see what's up. I think right now it's running for either $149 or $159. I'm not 100% sure. I can double check in 1 second. And it's been out for a while now. The interesting thing about the Smove is that it looks literally like the Gimbal. And the Gimbal was being made by a company called Filmic, which does the Gimbal C. They do the GoPro ones. They've been out for a while. And actually, it says Filmic right over here. So I think Filmic manufactures this, of course, because the logo is right there. So I think they make their gimbals, which is kind of nice. It's a great company. It's very lightweight, very similar to the Osmo Mobile. Yeah, but it's out. You can definitely pick one up if you feel like it. It's a pretty good piece of equipment, similar to any other gimbal. The app is definitely up to date. They just released an update yesterday. And apparently, as far as the contact that I have from the company, he told me that they just added live tracking while recording a time lapse. So you should be able to do the hyperlapses as well. I yet have to test that. But hey, look at that. I have a Smove Mobile here and I have a smartphone. So let's give it a shot. That way I can use this opportunity to learn together while I do this. Hey, I have a question regarding fast movements of balancing. I noticed that with my iPhone 7 Plus, movement up, down, left, right are much slower than with smaller phones. Is that normal? It definitely, I wouldn't think it's normal. It's just the nature of the beast. You do have the ability to switch the movement from walking to sport mode. If you change it to sport mode or running, it'll move way faster, even when you're tilting up and down. So I would give that a shot. We can test it out in a moment and see what's up. But most of these gimbals will give you the ability to do so. So I'm going to fire this Smove Mobile real quick. Here we go. Right, so it operates in the same manner, right? You can lock it in place. If you press the mode button, it locks everything. If you press it, I think it's, there we go, free mode. So that locks it in place. 1, 2. There we go. This is the free follow mode. So this one's with 2 clicks. Sometimes it gets a little confusing when you have to click it once or twice or toggle. I don't know. It's weird. But yeah, on this one, you have a couple different options, right? You can do the free follow mode, similar to the DJI Osmo Mobile. You have the 1 click to kind of lock it in place in terms of verticality. So it's similar to that pitch mode. So it follows along. It follows pretty quick. As you can see, we're just tilting and it zoop. You can double click the back like the original DJI Osmo Mobile to center it again. And then if you click it once, it'll lock everything in place, which is really cool. And then of course, if you extend this sucker, oh, look at that. You can create some really cool jib shots without the extension or without the need of having a monopod. You can monopod this, and can you imagine the long ass shots we could get? So that's kind of cool. The app has active tracking, and you can do pretty much everything you want with it extended. So if you press it again, it kind of goes. If you double click, it does the whole panning and tilting as well. So you can get creative with that. Now, there we go. Now, another cool thing that this one has is that it has a left-handed mode, so you can flip it around. I did a video about this. This is super cool if you're skating and you're skating this way, right? The motor is out of the way. But if you're a skater like me, you're goofy-footed, right foot first, and you can flip it around. That way you don't have that in the middle of what you're looking at. So that's kind of cool. And then let's test it out and see if it's legitimate what they told me that you can do the active tracking while doing time-lapse. So they have an app that has just been updated. It's called the Smove Mobile. Ooh. And it has a bunch of really cool options over there. I don't know if you can see that. You got white balance, you get exposure, manual focus, all that fun stuff. This is cool. All right, we're paired. Oh, I really like this new update. This is so cool. You see at the top? This is so good. All right, awesome, Smooth. I appreciate this so much. At the top, they have a quick toggle right over here. It says 1080p. So if you tap that thing, it opens up the menu so you can quickly switch between 1080p, 4K, and now it supports 4K 60, dude. Oh, look at that. That's so cool. Finally. Okay, I'm going to have to use this a little bit more often. That's so cool. I'm being surprised in the camera. How delightful. All right, so if we do 4K 60, wow. All right, so moment of truth. We wanted to try to see if we can do a time lapse while doing active tracking. So I have it locked in place. I'm working a little bit down. I can change the intervals at the top now, which is super cool, to 1 second, 2 seconds, up to 5 minutes. And now we can use active tracking. So let's do object follow. Okay, while doing the time lapse. So I'm going to press the button over here. And it's true. I am recording a time lapse right now, guys, while doing active tracking. This is great. I like it a lot. And I believe the ZY Play app has also been updated to do this. They've been able to do it for a while, but they didn't do it. But now they did. This is super cool. Ooh, saving video. Let's see how that looks. It's just a small little clip, but yes, it does it. All right, debunked. Thank you. We can do it. We learned. You know what? I might do a video of this. This is actually pretty cool. I have a question. Recording and balancing. Yes. Oh, Jan. I'm just trying to read your name. I'm loading here. On most of these gimbals, you can actually change the speed. As you can see, this one's a little bit faster than the Smove and the Osmo. But if you go into the gimbal settings, for example, motor dynamics, you can actually change the speed on the Smove and on this one to be a little bit low, medium, or high. And then you can also change it between scenes, right? So you have like the default mode, the smooth mode in the middle, and then you have the sport mode. So this is the default mode. If I were to switch to the smooth mode, is a little bit more. Now, if I go to sports mode, it should be pedal to the metal. Whoa. So yeah, it's definitely a little bit faster than the other one. If I do default, oh, default's actually not bad at all either. So it's pretty fast. So definitely most of these gimbals will give you that ability to just simply lock in place. Now this app is making me feel so good right now, the new update, because it also takes the entire screen. Look at that. How cool is that, right? So if you have an iPhone 10 or a phone that has that infinity display type of situation, it uses the whole thing. I like that a lot. Awesome. Woo! This is good. Thank you for your question. That allowed me to test this out. And the Smove Mobile. So it's Gimbal City. I'm going to have now so many gimbals. My wife's going to be crazy. Let's see. Nelson, I forgot to ask you, are you going to try the Mobi from FreeFly? I'm going to be honest with you. I would love to. I just don't have the capital to get it. I believe it's a $300 gimbal right now. And I'm a little skeptical right now, especially since I'm going to go to New York City and going to do that trip, looking to pack as light as possible. I'm going to take a look into that and see what other possibilities. Maybe I'll shoot him an email and be like, hey, what's up? Hey, Nelson wants to check it out. Kyle, hey Eddie, great work on the channel. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, Kyle. Can't wait for your Smooth 4 video. The launch is almost upon us. Keep it up. Yeah, I'm actually checking up on my Amazon right now because I pre-order it. They gave me a link to pre-order from Amazon because they're only giving it away to, like, you know, bigger influencers and whatnot. But if I go into my orders right now, I don't want to buy it again. It was ordered. I ordered on March 17th. Still hasn't been shipped, but it's supposed to be released on the 15th. So we have a couple days to go. Hopefully they ship it ASAP and they send it to me. I have Prime, so hopefully they send it out to me, but I can't wait. Oh, that's nice. Were you talking about that? Now I can see the Feiyu logo. Yes, the Feiyu logo on the back. Calatius, I was wondering the same. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be doing the Smooth 4 videos. I'm going to do comparisons. I'm going to do a couple of tip videos on it as soon as I get my hands on it. I do want to record some B-roll, try the scrolling wheel, so I'm super stoked on that. I'm not sure if this is possible, but with the Osmo Mobile 2, can you set multiple points and also zoom in at the same time for a time lapse? Oh, you guys are hitting it out the park with these questions. You're teaching me now. All right, let's give it a shot. Now for this, I like to use my little tripod, a little Manfrotto Pixie action going on because I like to set it and forget it. So I'm going to set it right here next to us. Tilt the laptop a little bit here. Let's go ahead and get the smartphone. All right. And let's see. And I'm going to select a couple different points here in my apartment. I got the kitchen right in front of me. I think I need to get another iPhone or another phone per se. Somebody was recommended the Sony ZY or the ZXY1 or something like that, because apparently the camera has a 5-axis image stabilization. So I don't know. We'll see what's up. Look at me. There we go. Oh, it found me. Cool. All right. The Mobi is also very cool and compact. Yeah, I've seen it. I've seen the Mobi. The moment people use it a lot. I've got nothing, just watching. Hey, what's up, Overlord? Welcome back. Awesome. JPR Photo, let's give it a shot. Let's try this. And I'm going to switch over to the DJI Go app right here. Oh, this looks really cool. I should stream more like this minus the light. Probably at night. So I get pretty decent lighting over here. Actually, you know what? Let me turn this light real quick. This might actually be better, and it kind of sucks that I did it just now. It does look way better. Damn it, I should have done it from the beginning. Got some really nice studio lighting on the side. Look at that. Cool. What a shame. Should have done it from the very beginning. But anyhow, we're here. Hey, what's up? Greens from Michigan. Awesome. I love Michigan. Classic radios. Yes. Awesome. Classic radios. I was like, classic cardios? No, classic radios. I love Michigan. I actually played at a festival in Michigan in the Crowfoot. I played at the Crowfoot Ballroom in Michigan, and it was called Dirt Fest. The festival. It was really cool. All right, so we're going to connect the device. It's connected and ready to go. And now I am going to select the motion time lapse. Boom, and I'm going to select my point A. So it's going to be point A. I'm going to tilt it over to point B. I'm going to hit next and see what options I have. Interval, 1 second. Duration, 1 minute. Start. And while it's tilting, I'm going to try to zoom in. Oh, you can tilt it up and down. Let's see. No, it does not respond. You cannot switch between wide and tele. Right, I'm trying to tweak the knob over here, and it's definitely not working out. It's not simming in. I'm looking at it. It's not simming in. Now, let's not give up. Let's go over to regular time lapse. And supporting a time lapse, 1 second interval for 1 minute. We can zoom in. And we cannot zoom in and out with the DJI Osmo Mobile doing time-lapse with DJI Go. So, hey, not a bad thing. Ooh, actually, this makes a really good thumbnail. I should take a screenshot of this. Just like this. Like that. Just looking at it like, yeah. Taking selfies with the camera and the screenshot on the computer. So, yeah, just to answer your question, JPR, manual zoom maybe. Let's give it a shot. Let's do time-lapse, regular time-lapse. Start. I'm going to try to... Nope. Not doing anything at all. Sorry. Not working out. Having said that, I'm going to switch over to the Smove Q, I'm sorry. Because if I'm not mistaken, the Smove Q does allow you to do it. And if it does, then... Oh, we got some serious competition going on here. Depending on the type of filming that you're doing, you might benefit from having a Smove Q. This is the greatest thing about having you guys here asking me questions, is that not only I can answer those questions, but I'm also learning so much. So thank you so much, guys. I know I say it a lot, but I really, really, really appreciate you guys hanging out with me, because otherwise, on a day like today that I'm off, my wife's at work, I'm still waiting for her, I will be bored. Probably playing God of War, not yet, coming out soon, but probably playing Horizon Zero Dawn or Last of Us. I love The Last of Us. I'm a gamer. And, oh, by the way, while I set this up, I want to let you guys know that I'm going to be attending to E3 this year, and I'm also attending VidCon the week afterwards. So I was thinking maybe I do vlogs, maybe I do a live or something. Let me know what you would like to see out of E3. Would you like to see a live out of E3 show floor for those of you who are gamers? Or would you actually like a proper vlog recap with some cinematic stuff happening with the Osmo and the Smove Q? Let me know. Let me know what you think. All right, let's bounce this bad boy. Pull it out a little bit. There we go. I think we're doing pretty well. All right, manual zoom. Any thoughts on the counterweights for Osmo? Yes, classic radios. I bought the counterweights. I bought the anamorphic lens from Moment, and I bought a case as well. So yeah, Moment lenses came out with their Kickstarter campaign, and they have an anamorphic lens that looks crispy good. They have a case, and they have a counterweight that I can't wait to put on my Osmo with the lens and all that fun stuff. So yes, that is coming, and I'm so stoked. Hopefully it comes in sooner than later, but gamers gonna game, overlord. I just don't like the zooming function right now for the Smove Q. Blog recap. My girl Ella, okay, blog recap. So you know what I might do, why don't we do something for E3 and for VidCon? Because I'm definitely going to E3 to learn, to hang out, to capture a lot of people, time-lapse, all that fun stuff. So since I'm going to be there 3 days in a row, I'm going to try to capture on the first 2 days as much B-roll footage as possible, as much behind-the-scenes stuff. And then on one of those days, I'll throw in a live for a couple minutes while we take a break. Because we're going to be playing a lot of video games there. But then I might do the same thing for VidCon. Now, VidCon is YouTubers, content creators here in Anaheim, California, which is really cool. So I can't wait. I can't wait to go there, learn a lot. I'm going for the panels. I'm going more for the knowledge, for the branding, for the experience. Hopefully I can up the quality and push the channel up. And with your help, I'm 100% sure that we're going to be able to make it there. So definitely going to do both. Thank you, my girl Ella. I'm definitely going to do some blog recaps. Callie gets the Overlord, you got to come visit. You got to come visit California. It's that most of the companies are here. Most of the companies that make all these products or all these conventions are here. So it's a lot easier for them. But actually right now, Boston's having the PAX East gaming convention, which is actually getting to be super massive right now. So now let's try this function real quick. I haven't really tried this, but we're going to go to the Smove Q, ZY Play app. I get to do this. This is so cool. Testing it out real time. Connect your device. Connecting to this move, and boom, Smove Q. So many smooth 4. So I'm going to make sure that this is understanding the fact that I want it to be in landscape. For some reason, it was aligned in portrait. And There we go. It rotated. Perfect. Awesome. So we're right here. We're going to do motion time lapse. So we're going to go from normal, moving time lapse. And yes, this is what I mean. You have the ability, absolutely, to switch some of those values. You can select your point A, point B, all that fun stuff at the top. But then you have the roll control. That's the first slider right under that thumbnail. Right? So you have the roll. Then you have the second option is, I can't see it, autofocus. So you can actually pull the focus as you're going on different points. And then you have the zoom, from wide angle to telephoto. So if I were to zoom that in, it does. So you see right now I moved it, and now the image is way zoomed. So you see how close I am? But then if I were to move that slider, now it's pretty far away. So you do have the ability to do this. And for what I see, you can actually save presets, which is really cool. So for those of you who are doing motion time lapses, and you absolutely have to have some of these additional movements like the roll, the autofocus, because on this one, you can actually pull the, oh, this is super cool. I haven't tried this. They've updated this app really good. You see how you can actually do a motion time lapse. The background's blurry, but I put my hand in front of it. You see how my hand's blur in focus, but then the background's blurred out a little bit. You can't really see it that well, but you can change the autofocus, and it looks so good. So yeah, that's a really cool feature. Thank you. JPR photo and video. Let's see. What do you say? That's awesome. I've been using a stack of washers as counterweights on Osmo Mobile with 2-moment case and serial lens. It works good for now. That's awesome, man. Yeah, I think you sent me that picture on either Facebook or Instagram, and I saw that. So that's actually a really good option. Classic Radios share that you can use washers. So if you go to Home Depot or any hardware store, what he did is that he stacked a couple of those washers and Velcroed them to the Osmo side. I think you did it on the side over here, and he was able to use the lenses and all that stuff. That's some really cool DIY stuff. So that's awesome. Classic Radios. If you have any videos, drop them in the links, or send me a DM. I'll love to check that out. Does the Osmo 2 or Smooth Q work with external mics like Rode Video So earlier in the video, we talked about it, but since some of you might be joining soon, like, you know, and you haven't catch up the very first, I don't know what's happening to me. I'm losing it a little bit. We actually found a way. I have a theory of how this might actually function. So you see at the bottom here, we have a screw mount, right? We have a 1/4-inch 20-thread mount. So I was thinking of putting a double-sided, right? Like a double-sided mount. That way I could screw the microphone underneath. So it's looking forward like this. That way if I'm walking around down the street, I could potentially just simply mount the microphone and connect it at the top here with one of those adapters. So that could work. But then also I was talking earlier in the conversation how I have a dual camera mount bracket, this guy right here. And what this does is that it has these two mounts over here where you could potentially mount the Osmo or the Smooth Q or whatever stabilizer you have, such as this. And then you have another mount here for whatever you need. So for example, if I were to put this all the way to the end, I could potentially put the microphone here and just wire it in. Or an external microphone, who knows, maybe another camera recording audio, and then I use that audio better. But you could potentially mount it here and then just kind of have a little rig, you know? So that was the main reason why I bought this. It has a tripod mount, so you could potentially mount your Pixie or bigger tripod here. And this is actually pretty fantastic because right now, as you can see, I have my stabilizer, I have my tripod, and then if I feel like adding a GoPro or the mount for a phone to live stream, or if I want to add another stabilizer, I could get greedy and mount the Osmo here. Not gonna lie, this is pretty ridiculous, but let's see how this looks. Oh, look at that. So now let me balance it out a little bit better. How crazy is this, guys? That I'm able to have two Osmos side to side recording if I really want to with two different smartphones, or I can add a GoPro and a smartphone. You can create these combos, right? So this bar that I got, I have it on the link on the description. It is very inexpensive, and I feel it's a really cool and easy way to mount multiple things. The Pixie tripod, it's also in the link in the description. So I highly encourage you to check that one out. It's my favorite tripod, but any tripod will work as well. I just find this to be a beautiful sight. I should get another one to put the Smove either in the middle or like right around here. Put them side to side. That's crazy. That's so excessive. But yeah, let's see what else we got. Try the roll. You mean for the time lapse? Let me get this out of here. That was actually a good. Before I get this out of here, let me get a screenshot of this, and I'm gonna look at it very crazy. Command-Shift-3 on a Mac for a screenshot. Perfect. And I'm gonna move this out of here. Balance it out a little bit. Get it out. Now let's try that roll situation. I'm intrigued about that. All right. Look at this. This is so cool. This is so excessive. All right. So if I want to do the time lapse, moving time lapse, I can do the roll. Oh, look at that. So I can go from, oh, no, it's making me want to use this one now. All right. So I'm going to move this. All right. Perfect. So I'm going to select this, double click so it goes back to the original position, readjust the roll. Perfect, we're in the middle. I'm gonna go to motion time lapse. I'm gonna select point A, right? Then I'm gonna twist it. I'm gonna point B. Oh, not the row. We're just gonna go to point A, leave the focus there. I'm gonna go to point B, and I'm gonna adjust the point B roll to 28 degrees. And I'm gonna set that as point B. I'm gonna hit record. So let's see how it works. Next, 1 second interval for 1 minute, start. Ooh, so it's straight. And then over the course of a minute, it's gonna start spinning, and then it's gonna start rotating. Oh, this is so cool. This is so cool. JPR Photo, thank you for asking this. I'm going to be honest with you. I've been playing with these for a while, and I've seen that you can alter these, but I've never seen it happen in real life, and it's actually taking the time lapse right now. Thank you for your question. I'm pretty sure a lot of filmmakers that are trying to look some really cool shots, like close to the upside down episode, like, you know, moving around from Stranger Things, that would be really cool. Wasn't me on Facebook. All right, classic radio. Somebody did, and it did something similar, but thank you for the recommendation. This is pretty sick right now, guys. What's happening right now? You see how everything's kind of like moving around. All right. Do you have a plus size mode phone? I have a Moment lens, and I'm afraid that it will be too heavy for the Osmo Mobile 2 with iPhone 7 Plus. Jan, you should totally go to Moment's website. They have a Kickstarter going on right now. It's done. It's done. Let me adjust the roll. There we go. It's done. Let's see. Let me get it out of the mount here. It's pretty ridiculous. It's a 3-second one, but let's give it a shot. Whoa, so cool. So yeah, thank you for that, JPR. I really appreciate the question, and definitely maybe reconnect with the Smove Mobile here. But yeah, Jan, you should totally check it out on on Moment's website. They have their Kickstarter going on right now for the anamorphic lens, which I pre-ordered. I pre-ordered their case and their counterweight as well. They have a counterweight, it's a universal counterweight. So if you want to try the classic radio's way of using the washers, you have that option, which sounds really cool, and I'm pretty sure it's working out. But then also you have the Moment route. It's a little bit more money, I'm pretty sure, but definitely it's a universal counterweight that just goes right on the arm, on the outside arm of your device. So it pushes this down and it fights the weight. So hopefully that helps. Hey, how's it going? Dennis. I bought the Osmo 2 and I have the feeling that my S8 Plus is too heavy. Any experience with that? Greetings from New Zealand. Thank you for taking the time from New Zealand. Number one, try to use it without a case. Definitely very important. Make sure you're balanced out as much as possible. So if I were to turn off this stabilizer, this is the smooth Q because we've been switching back and forth for the whole hour. Just make sure that your smartphone is stable like that. You see, like even if it's off right now, my stabilizer is off. But make sure that you're balanced this way and make sure that you're balanced that way. That doesn't matter what position you have it, it gives you really cool balance. So make sure you're tackling that. And once that's taken care of, you should have really good motion. If you're still struggling a little bit on the side that you don't have the motor, then probably the counterweight might do the job for you. Hopefully that helps, Dennis. I have iPhone 7 Plus. I used postal scale to weight the series weight angle lens match with the weight of the watchers. Good. That's awesome. That's very smart. Very smart. So make sure you weigh the lens that you're trying to mount. That way you get the proper balance. That's awesome. Good tips. Awesome. Miko, I'm glad you like the tips. Thank you so much for hanging out. Thank you. Classic radio. Perfect. Overload. I have a question. I'm currently saving up my money, but I'm confused. I don't know which one to get. Nintendo Switch or a PC for $300 to $400. I just want to see everyone else's ideas. Overlord. Are you going to travel? Because if you're going to travel, I would say the Switch. If you're not going to travel, get the PC. Because at this point, you can even run Fortnite on your phone and PUBG on your phone, which is crazy. What times we live in? We're making movies with our phones, guys. We're making movies with our phones, and we're playing console quality games on our phones. This is insanity. This is great. I never thought I was going to live to see all this, but we made it, and we made it good. All right, my girl. I'm a little late into the video, but you might have already asked this question. My question is, which gimbal do you prefer for the smartphone? If I was going to have a number game, I would say all of them are tied for me. That's why I have them all three. I would choose the DJI Osmo Mobile because that's what fits my personal style of shooting. I don't do a whole lot of rolls. I don't do a whole lot of tracking. I don't do a whole lot of crazy things. I do like the unlimited 360 and the 180 moves, but realistically speaking, I don't use a lot of GoPro in my videos. So it's awesome to have. It's a fantastic feature. But for me specifically, I think I found my workflow with the Osmo and the software that they provide. The Smove Mobile, I have it and I'm keeping it because of the ability to extend. So I typically travel with two gimbals. Typically, it's either the Osmo and the Smove Mobile or the Smooth Q and the Smove Mobile, depending if I'm thinking, hey, you know what, I might be able to get some GoPro shots or something like that, or I might be in a situation where I need to do that ultimate rotation, then I would choose that. But I would say for me personally and for what I'm looking for in a gimbal, I would say the Osmo Mobile 2 and then a tie between the Smooth and the Smooth Q. Now, the Smooth Q has fantastic features, a lot of features like you saw, roll, panning, zooming. You can control the motors, and the Smove Mobile has been updated to do active tracking while doing the time lapses, so you can get some fantastic shot on both of them. But yeah, 1 and then 2 and 3. Jesus Christ, this is excessive. My wife told me the other day, you have a problem, dude. All right, let's see what else we got over here. That's very cool. Thank you for the tips and trying out my ideas. I'm off to bed now. Soon, peeps. Take care. JPR, thank you for your time. I really appreciate it. Have a great night. Hope you rest. I love the moment lenses. That's awesome. I can't wait. I just pre-ordered the anamorphic one. Can't wait to test that one out. Just subscribe. Thank you so much, Albert. I really, really appreciate it. I see that your YouTube name's Albert Auto Detailing. These guys, I've seen a lot of guys that have been using the stabilizers to create some really cool before and after shots. If you are in the auto detailing industry, you can definitely create some really cool content. So I highly encourage you to check that one out. Best video. I'm traveling a lot, so I need to edit videos on my phone. Ooh, that's a punch to the ribs for me because I don't have an Android phone, so I don't really know. I do know that Premiere has an app for smartphones that might allow you to do this. Ooh, that's a great question. Let me know, guys, if some of you have Android phones, what do you use to edit your videos? I know that the DJI Go app allows you to edit some of those videos, and it has some really cool social media transitions for something quick and easy. But let me know if you do editing on smartphone. Let's help out over here, Miko or Michael. I think I'm pronouncing it well. So Jesse Polio, you're awesome. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it. Thank you for taking the time. Hopefully these tips help you. EMT, the tech guy. Overload, you cracked me up, dude. You cracked me up. What about an L-shaped arm rather than the straight up for external mic? So you are still able to rotate the mic to the point forward. Yeah, that's actually a great idea. You can actually even use the GoPro L-shaped arms. You know what I mean? That you can kind of like stack multiple and give it a little L shape. So you could, I think I actually have one over here. Let's see, my bag of surprises. That's so much stuff around here. Yeah, I have my GoPro laying around somewhere in here. I don't know where I put my GoPro. But, oh, I think I found it. Let's see. Nope, false alarm. But the GoPro has, you can get on the GoPro website or on Amazon, they're like connectors, like joints that you can connect together. So you can pretty much create a little angle for your microphone. That could definitely work, Chad, absolutely. Also, if you're getting a directional mic, you could potentially mount it. You can use this bracket, and you can actually get a tilt head. One of those tripod mount tilt heads that allow you to rotate. It's like a little head. That way you can align it so it's pointing at the action. That could work as well. If you guys do try some of these, please let me know. I would love to check the videos out. That's what it's all about. Filmic Pro is definitely the best app solution for Android. Yeah, Filmic is awesome for taking the videos. Now, what about Dennis, what about editing? Do you edit videos on your smartphone if you have an Android? Let me know. Thanks. I'm currently using Power Director and Filmic Pro. Filmic Pro is fantastic for filming. Yeah, Filmic Pro is the best. Now, does Filmic Pro have video editing options? I don't think so. But on Android, it might be different. I haven't had an Android phone in a while. Actually, I do have one, but it's a potato phone. Let me show it to you. It was my mother's phone. I upgraded her. Let me see if I find it. Yeah, here we go. There we go. So this was my mom's Android phone. It's a potato phone. It is some sort of Motorola. And when I fired this one up not too long ago, actually, let me charge it up. We should do a comparison video between like an old phone like this, like a potato phone, just so we can go back and kind of like remember the type of quality and don't take the current phones for granted. So yeah, she had this and it wasn't working. It only had like 8 gigs of memory, so she was running out of room. So I bought her a new phone, got her a new iPhone. Filmic Pro has the best camera control, editing, and currently done with Power Director, but it's pretty limited. Gotcha. So yeah, guys, definitely if you guys find apps for Android, hopefully I can get an Android phone soon to test this out and do head-to-head battles and all that fun stuff. I'm currently an iOS guy. I'm using iPhone 10 and I'm using my Mac. But if you do have some solutions, feel free to let me know and let each other know. If you guys have YouTube channels in the comments section and you came up with collaborations, feel free to subscribe to each other. That way, you know, you can continue to ask each other questions and all that stuff. That's what it's all about. Get the S9 Plus. It's awesome. I'll give it a shot. I'll see what's up. I'm saving some money and hopefully soon. Within a couple months, I should be able to get a second smartphone. That way I can do multiple shots at the same time and not have to spend so much time doing everything with just the one phone. Maybe I can use potato phone in the meantime. I don't know, guys. All right. We've been going at it for about 1 hour and 25 minutes as of now. So I have no word to describe my appreciation and my gratitude for you to take the time to check out my videos, to come into the channel, to collaborate, to suggest, which is really, really cool. I'm very fortunate to have you guys share your time with me. If you have any questions, suggestions, feel free to let me know. Also, I'm almost all the time on Instagram. So if you go to Instagram, it's the same EMT Films. You'll be able to find me there. Leave me a comment or DM me if you have any questions about these. I'd be more than happy to help out. And if you have your own solutions and you find some of my clips and you're like, hey, Eddie, have you tried this? I did the same thing, but I did it with that. Please, please, please let me know. I'm trying to grow as much as possible in this medium. Don't forget to like if you dig the content and subscribe. I never really ask for a sub. But if you feel like it, feel free to hit that button. And if you have any friends that might benefit from some of these quick videos that I've been releasing, definitely share it with them. Up next, I'm going to be uploading a couple episodes during the week about taking better pictures with iPhone without a stabilizer or any smartphone. So just a couple tips coming up your way. Yeah, guys, I'm going to be pretty much ending the stream right now. Jan says, before we wrap it up, your videos are amazing. I watched a lot of them today and yesterday since I got my Osmo Mobile 2. Help me tons. Oh, that's what it's all about. I'm glad that some of you are finding the content useful. And if you have any suggestions or questions, I would love to go out and shoot some more. Cannot wait. Look at that. LumiFusion looks exactly what I need. Too bad it's only for Apple. Oh, I use, when I'm doing quick edits, I use iMovie on the phone. Because now you can actually send it over to Final Cut on the computer, which, by the way, I'm doing a Final Cut video as well coming up on how do I edit my B-roll and some of the transitions that I use and some of the mentality that I use. So definitely keep your eyes out for that. But guys, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I hope, Dennis, you also have a great day, great time, great night, depending on where you are. Any apps you recommend for video editing for the phone? I mostly do iMovie, the GoPro Stories app, the GoPro Quick app. It's pretty interesting how you can quickly mash it up. And then the DJI Go app is very, very useful as well. Actually, since we're here, let's see. I also downloaded recently. Where it is? It's not VidCool. VidCool is for the Gimbal. I downloaded recently another video editing app that I was interested in giving it a shot. Allow, not now. Oh no. I have to check it out. But definitely iMovie is one of them. The GoPro Quick app is one of them. And then Live Maker is one of them. Just depending on what you're trying to do, I would recommend either iMovie. Believe it or not, also the Vimeo app, I believe, has still some video editing options there too as well. I just still haven't found a professional computer quality-like app for video editing. If you do have some suggestions, feel free to let me know. For Android, no idea, man. Really no idea on Android. Awesome channel. Just click the notification bell. Stay tuned. Thank you so much, guys. You know what? I'm actually gonna start scouting the web and see what other video editing apps are popping on the Android side. And if you guys do, let's go and try to help Jonathan out to give him some suggestions. Jonathan, if you have a YouTube channel, let's go ahead and sub to Jonathan, or at least send him a DM on social media or straight from YouTube. If you do have any editing apps for Android, reach out to Jonathan real quick. He's definitely looking for some alternatives there. But yeah, guys, thank you so much. I'm going to take a break. I'm going to go get ready. I was actually doing the laundry, trying to surprise my wife, be a good husband, you know what I mean? Overlord, thank you so much, Jonathan. I hope you have a great night. Until next time, guys, please have a great day.